Good boy, Tucker.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
Hey.
Welcome.
Work smarter where you want.
Consistency is key.
And remember, if it's not in Redtail, it never happened.
This is learning at its most fun.
We're back with the Redtail Essential webinar. Today we are talking about documents. Documents is amazing, and I know I work at Redtail, so I'm a little biased, but we provide you with free document storage. We are not going to nickel and dime you and charge you for document storage or charge you, per gig of storage. You have the privilege to add in documents into your CRM included with your subscription. So today we are going to be talking all about that free service that we provide for you to go ahead and house documents within Redtail. So if I go ahead and jump into the CRM, when you are in your CRM, this is your front page news when you log in. But if you go within a contact record, I'm going to click on the recently viewed icon and go over to Tim Taylor. And when I open up Tim Taylor's record, we have on the left-hand side a tab here that says Documents. And like I said, Documents is completely complimentary with your CRM subscription. So you can choose to use this if you find value in it. And if you make sure that CRM document storage is selected here on the right-hand side, this is exactly what I'm talking about. So here is where you can house any important documents for this person. And the benefit of doing this is, maybe you're in Tim's house and you're having a meeting with Tim and you need to pull up a former document or double check something. When you're inside of Tim's house, you can go to his record, go to documents, and quickly access that document on the go or wherever you are whenever you need it. So there is a lot of value to putting in the documents here. Now, big thing that I want to disclose is this document storage doesn't allow you to go paperless. So what I mean by that is what I mean when I say it's not a paperless solution is, let's say you have Tim signing a form. You cannot just scan it here and upload it here and then shred that document, because this isn't a paperless solution where it meets the WORM criteria of FINRA and SEC's requirement to write once, read many. So there's a WORM, they call it WORM for SEC and FINRA, and that means you write it once and you read it many times. This CRM document storage that comes with the system doesn't meet that criteria, because you can go in here and you can download the document, you can alter it, edit it, change it, re-upload it, and there's no history of those changes that you made. So if you do want to go paperless, you have a whole room of paper files and filing cabinets, and you want to move that entire process online, you would consider going through one of our paperless solutions like Redtail Imaging. That's another service that we provide, and that is a compliant solution. That is going to allow you to go paperless compliantly, because it's going to record every single time someone logs in or edits or alters a document. This CRM document storage is kind of a bonus. So if you still have that original form in paper filed away, you can go ahead and house it here just as a reference, but you would still want to keep that original paper file. So it's not a paperless solution, but nonetheless, it could add a lot of value for you. So this is completely complimentary with your subscription. You can choose to house any sort of documents here. Maybe you want to scan someone's identification card and put it here. Or maybe you sent a newsletter to this client that you want to house here. Or you have specific forms or agendas that you went through during your meetings. Those are all good things to put here. So if you want to go ahead and add a document, you can select upload, and it'll allow you to either drag and drop your files here, or you can go ahead and choose add files. It'll open up the ability to search your drive, and you can either drag and drop them here or select those documents from your drive and upload it. So you want to go ahead and name those documents something that makes sense, and the structure to the name might add a lot of value to you, because right here you're not able to make folders and subfolders the way you would with our imaging subscription. This is just going to show you a list of documents. So you might consider setting the expectation to your team that if we're going to upload a document, we want it to follow this structure. Maybe you want it to be last name, year, and document type. You know, try to make it consistent so it's easy to find what you need. And then also consider using this category. So when you add in a new note, a new activity, or a new document, you're able to categorize that document. And a lot of offices just have this set to general information, but it's a really good idea to go in here and customize this category dropdown, so that way you can kind of add an extra tier to your documents. So if we're adding a tax planning document, we can categorize it as taxes. And maybe one day we want to pull up all of the documents that have to do with taxes. We can do that by doing a report on that category. So that is something that you can consider as well. If I click on this action icon and select edit, you could also type in a description here if you want to further define this document, and you can even link it to an account. So if you do have a specific account that this is in relation to, you can go ahead and link that there, and it'll be on both places for you to refer to. Because if we go to accounts here and we click on, you know, an account here as an example, you do have an area here for documents. So if you do link the account, you can access that document on the account level while we're in, you know, account 133, or you can access it on the contact level when you click on documents. So you can go ahead and upload any type of document here. There is no storage limitation here. So if you want to add in, you know, 100 gigs of documents here, you can completely do that. The only thing that is restricted is an insane file size type. So this does get limited of the file size, but there is no storage limitation to the number of documents or the number of size that it's taking here. So the way that you can add documents is, like I said, by uploading it here from within this page, but also documents can appear here automatically as you are adding in activities and soon to be notes. So what I mean by that is if I click on the plus sign in the top right-hand corner and I choose to add in an activity, I can say that I had a meeting with Tim and go ahead and create that activity here. And on this activity, there is a box here that says linked documents. So if I want to go ahead and, you know, maybe I have an agenda that I went through when I had this meeting with Tim, I can go ahead and save this as that agenda that I went through as a document on my drive. And maybe I want to include that agenda here as a linked document. I can go ahead and select add in the top right hand corner, and then I can go ahead and drag and drop that meeting agenda that I went through. It's this Word document that I have, and I can go ahead and upload that here. So here I have an activity for a meeting with Tim. I have a document of the agenda that I went through, and then I can go ahead and save this activity. And now it'll go in here as well. So I didn't go in here and manually upload this one document. All I did is I clicked on the plus sign and I added an activity that included this document in the activity, and now it automatically placed it here under the tab for documents. So really cool thing there. If you add in activities that have documents, they're going to automatically appear here as well. But like I said, you might consider editing this and adding a category that would make sense. So that way you can go ahead and have those tiered out as well. Now that same exact process is going to be available for notes coming very soon. So if you click on the plus sign and you choose to add in a note, within a short amount of time here, you're going to see a box here that says add document. And just how I added a document to an activity, I can add a document to a note. And when I hit save, it's going to automatically appear here for me to refer to as well. So the idea is to keep all of those documents tied up with a nice beautiful bow and placed right here within the contact record for you to refer to in bulk. So if you ever want to pull up all of the documents for Tim, you just go into Tim's record, you click on documents on the left-hand side, and there will be underneath CRM document storage, all of Tim's documents from his notes, his activities, and any of the documents that you manually uploaded. So if you find value in having those at hand within the CRM, definitely dedicate some time to get those uploaded here, and you could refer to those whenever. And just consider that structure, maybe setting that expectation to your team of that structure in the name, so things would be easy to find. Now, if you want to go ahead and pull up all the documents, let's say database wide, let's say you don't want to just pull up Tim's documents. You want to pull up everyone's documents that have taxes as the category, or everyone's documents that say meeting. You would want to do that through the report. So if you click reports on the left-hand side, you're going to want to click on document reports. And here you can do documents by contact, which is going to be the most popular way. Most likely you're going to pull up documents by contact, but just know you have the power to pull up documents by activity and documents by account as well. So maybe you want to pull up all of the documents housed within an activity or all the documents housed within an account. Those two are available. But like I said, most likely you're looking for documents by contact. And now when you pull up documents by contact, you'll click filter in the top right hand corner, and it's showing you what you're looking at. Right now you're looking at all of the documents from 6/9/2020 to 7/9/2020, so a good month's worth of documents. But maybe you want to see all of the documents for the past 10 years. You would just change that start date from 2010 or from 2020 to 2010, apply that filter, and now it'll bring all of the documents up for the past 10 years. So this is all dependent on what information you're looking for, but just know that you have the power to search those documents that you've been uploading on the contact level, the name level, the date level, the category level. If I click filter here, you can see all the options here. So like I said, maybe you want to pull up all the documents that have to do with taxes for the last 10 years. You can go ahead and isolate that list a little bit further by pulling up taxes. And now it's pulling up all of the categories that have taxes for the last 10 years. So depending on what you want to see and how much data you're filling out, you can go ahead and do that here. Maybe you know that you named a document meeting, but you don't know where you saved it. You could just type in the word meeting inside of that document name, and it'll go ahead and search all of the documents for the past 10 years that have the word meeting in the file name. So like I said, it is really important to consider setting that expectation to your team of adding in a category or structuring that name correctly. So down the line, you can pull this information up quickly. And if I clear that category or that document name here and apply that filter, we'll go back to just the documents for the last 10 years here. And you can choose to export this out to an Excel sheet. You could choose to send it all out to a PDF. Maybe you want to send everyone who has a document in your system to the search page and do something with those contacts in bulk. You could send them all to the search page. It's completely up to you. But just know that coming soon, you will have the ability to do this, the note level as well. So like I said, if you click on the plus sign and choose to add in a note, you will soon be able to attach that document there. Now, I do want to mention that there is a lot of value in still typing out your note. So let's say you upload your paper that you started writing on during the meeting with Tim. I would still emphasize that it's important to write the outcomes from that meeting here within the box. And that's because we're not going to be able to search what's within that file. So whether it's a Word document or it's a scanned paper and pen file, we're not going to be able to search for what's in that document or that file. So by taking the outcome from the meeting and typing that here, it really adds a lot of value to your search, because later you'll be able to see it at the high level when you're on a record, and you'll be able to search for the things that are within this written box as well. So you might consider, uploading the document as a backup to or a complement to what's typed in here. You would want to do both. You wouldn't want to just do the scanned paper. So definitely know that that is coming soon, and that'll add a lot of value to you as well. And know that there is a difference between our service of Redtail imaging that we offer and our service that we offer for document storage. And the document storage is just as secure as the CRM. So we do have the highest encryption available in the industry. So your documents are completely secure. So there is no worry in that. And there is no document storage limitation. You can upload as many files as you need. The only restriction is the actual file size. So it's an insane amount. I'd be surprised if the file was as large as the limit, but that's as far as the limit goes. The other thing I want to cover is a preference. So if you click on your name in the top right-hand corner and you go to preferences, there is going to be a preference that you can set here as well. So right here it says default document view. And right now it's set to imaging. And you would not want to have it set to imaging unless you subscribe to our imaging service. If you do not subscribe to our imaging service, you would want to make sure that this is set to CRM. And what that is doing is it's saying, okay, when I pull up Tim's record and I click on documents, do I want it to pull up CRM document storage, or do I want it to pull up Redtail imaging documents? And if you don't subscribe to imaging documents, you don't want that to be pulled up. So you might consider changing your preference to make sure it's set to CRM, so you don't have to do that extra click of making sure it's set to CRM there. Otherwise, you have that document report. If you click on report, and you go to document report, you can pull up all of those documents database wide. You have the category that you're able to customize. So you can go ahead and use this category to add an extra tier to your documents to make sure everyone knows what type of document this is. And you're able to add documents when you add an activity, and very soon when you add in a note.
Thanks so much for joining us today for this particular session. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give us a call at 800-206-5030, option 3 for support, or just shoot us an email over to support@redtailtechnology.com. Thanks a lot and have a great day.